professionals. We may not have every detail perfectly accurate, and we are not claiming to be professionals. We are simply two best friends who are deeply interested in true crime, strange and unexplained deaths, documentaries, conspiracies, and all the cases that leave us asking more questions
Oh yeah.
than answers. This space is meant for curiosity, discussion, and storytelling. If this is not your thing, feel free to scroll past. No hard feelings. You do have free will to move on. We won't even know that you moved on. And again, we're not professionals. We also want to state that we mean sorry, no disrespect to the individuals that we are doing the cases on, or their loved ones, or their friends. If we mispronounce names or get any details wrong or incomplete, it is never intentional and we truly apologize in advance. And at this time, we have not reached the point to where we interview people directly. So all the information we discuss comes from public available sources such as articles, reports, podcasts, and other online material.
Yep. Awesome. I think you covered all bases. Because
Right.
we have to nowadays.
Right.
But I love that. That was very well put.
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to put my phone down. You'll see the ceiling, but it'll be okay. Can you still hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, everybody. So, like I said, today is not a death case. It is not a missing person case. It is just a random, well, I don't mean that disrespectfully, but it was just a case that I stumbled upon on TikTok one day. And I just looked into it and I thought it was really interesting. And I think more people should hear about this. So it is on Jennifer Schuett, I believe is how you say her last name. I apologize if it's wrong. So I would just get into it and then we can discuss our thoughts. So in August of 1990, Jennifer was 8 years old at the time. She was abducted out of her Texas home. She was on a ground floor apartment. Jennifer says that a man took her from her bed after crawling in through her bedroom window. She says she remembers waking up in a stranger's arms and being taken across a dark parking lot. The man told her that he was an undercover cop and that he knew her family. He drove her through the streets of Dickinson, Texas, and stopped at a mechanic shop. He told Jennifer to watch the moon change colors and your mom will be here to get you. The man drove Jennifer to an overgrown field, and this is just a trigger warning. This involves sexual assault. I don't get into detail, but just wanted to throw that out there. The man drove Jennifer to the field where he would sexually assault her. Jennifer had passed out and regained consciousness, finding herself alone. She was naked and on top of an anthill. If that is not terrible enough, her throat was slashed from ear to ear and her voice box was torn out.
Oh my god.
Right. So that's some crazy stuff. Terrible. All at 8 years old.
That is horrible.
Yeah. So Jennifer was found around 12 hours later, around 6 p.m., and was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Miraculously, Jennifer did survive, and 3 days later, she started to describe the attack through scribbling. Jennifer says doctors told her she would never talk again, but she proved them wrong, and she got her voice back. And Jennifer has went on to say that she believes that she got her voice back to tell her story. So Jennifer's case was pursued vigorously, but with few leads. This is back in 1990, remember. Little progress was made until March of 2008. So a detective by the name of Detective Cromie and Detective Renison, I apologize if they're wrong, if I pronounce them wrong, but I'm going to just go with it. Detective Cromie and Detective Renison would eventually work together at reopening Jennifer's case. So this is 2008 now. Evidence was sent to the FBI laboratory for advanced DNA testing. So at the time in 1990, this DNA testing wasn't available. So like I said, we're in 2008 where testing is a lot more advanced and there's a lot more that you can do now. So a DNA profile was taken from evidence and matched with somebody named Dennis Bradford. So this is a good, I believe, 19 years later. From 1990 to 2008, they finally got a DNA match on this guy named Dennis Bradford. Dennis Bradford's DNA was already in the system due to being arrested for a similar crime back in 1996. So almost 20 years later, they had the man who did this disgusting, evil crime to Jennifer. And at age 40, so this is Dennis now, they found him. Dennis was 40 at the time. He was arrested while driving in Little Rock, Arkansas with his wife in the passenger seat. October 7th, 2009, Dennis's interview with Detective Cromie and Renison was aired on an episode of 48 Hours. In the video, the detective asked Dennis if he has ever heard the name Jennifer Schuett and if he has ever came in contact with her. Now, he was honest and responded yes to both questions. The detective then says, if you could see her now, you would be proud of her. To which Dennis asks the question, is she alive? And he begins to cry when he finds out that, yeah, she is alive. Dennis was arrested for rape and attempted murder. He was transferred to Galveston County Jail in Texas. This gets a little crazy and unfortunate, but before seeing a court trial, Dennis committed suicide by hanging in his jail cell.
Of course he did. Took the easy way out.
Right. He had used bedding from his jail cell to hang himself, and he never got to face a judge. Jennifer, of course, was shocked and disappointed, as I'm sure she looked forward to facing him in court. But Jennifer remained positive and said that she is still blessed and thankful that she found out who did it, especially 19 years later. So this unimaginable crime, to all these years later, Jennifer had it. Oh, I'm sorry. I just messed up. But I did just want to say that Jennifer did have a blog where she would mention her story, but I could have got it wrong and maybe been on the wrong site, but the last post that I seen that she made was in 2011. So it doesn't seem like she's very active on it, but like I said, if you guys want to look this up on your own, feel free. But also, it does seem like Jennifer has gone to like schools and events and like she'll share her story, and I've seen like a couple clips on YouTube, so it does seem like she's very vocal about it. And she was also stated to say like she's big on not being afraid to stand up for yourself and use your voice. Obviously everybody's different with their comfort levels, but I think this was very brave of her. And that's crazy that almost 20 years later, now the technology gave Jennifer the closure, I guess, that she needed. They did find who it was. It's unfortunate that he, did what he did. But, yeah, I think this is a pretty crazy story. Like I said, there's no missing person to it or no wrongful death, but a crazy evil act was committed, especially to do this to an 8-year-old girl at the time. But I think it's great that they got to find out who it was, and hopefully that gives Jennifer some sort of closure. But yeah, I highly recommend everybody look into this if you want. It's very interesting, and I think she's really brave. And I just wanted to come on and share this. I thought this would be a cool story to share. So yeah, that's all I have.
That
Any thoughts?
is
Any comments?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
She was only 8.
Yes. Taken out of
That's
her bedroom window.
And like, who did she live with at the time?
I believe her parents, but it said that she was on a ground floor, so I guess it was easy access for him. I don't know
Okay.
why he would pick her out of all people. I don't believe they knew each other previously, but
How did they find? Well, how did he find her, or how did they find her? Does it say?
oh yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that. So supposedly some kids playing actually found her the next day.
Oh my god! In a field?
Yeah. I
That is.
believe it was near like a school. I could be completely wrong, but I did see online where I guess a group of kids playing were the ones who found her.
That is crazy. And her
Yeah.
surviving with her, like that, being cut like that.
Yeah, I don't, and I can't, I mean, from a medical standpoint, I kind of, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but I kind of find it hard to believe that she could talk again, but I don't know. I guess whatever happened happened. Doctors did their thing, and that's good. I mean, she's completely healthy and normal looking to this day from what I've seen online. So that's good. I mean, this is like a crazy miracle story that she survived.
Yeah, that is. That literally reminds me of the next case I want to do. Now, it's a true story and everything. Obviously, all these are, but that reminded me of a case I watched a movie on, and it was based on a true story. So I've been like looking into it and stuff.
Okay, cool.
So, but that's
Love that.
crazy. And that
Yeah.
name, what was it, Dennis Bradford?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure like I've heard that before.
Yeah, he was it just said that he was previously arrested for a similar crime. I'm assuming it must have been like a sexual assault or a abduction thing. But I do believe he had children of his own.
So, how
Um
did it say how old he was?
at the time of his arrest 40, which means at the time of when he committed this crime, he would have been like 20, 21.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it took them like 20 years to figure it out.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you how crazy like uh testing and stuff was back then. They didn't really
Right.
have access to what we have now. And also, shout out to the two detectives who reopened this case, because if it wasn't for them, they would have never found him.
Exactly.
So, yeah, Detective Cromie. I'm probably saying that wrong. It could be Cromie or Cromie, I'm not sure. But I'm going to say Cromie. Detective Cromie and Renison. I mean, shout out to them. They reopened it and
Right.
got to get this DNA sample. So,
Period.
and you
We
could
love that.
see, yeah. And if you like, if anybody really wanted, you can obviously go on YouTube and look up her name. But the clip of the 48 Hours episode is on YouTube where you could see him reacting to when he finds out that she is alive.
Right.
And a lot of people are saying they're like fake tears, and I don't know. I mean, you guys be the judge of that, but I think
They're
he
prob
truly believed she was dead.
he probably did. He didn't think
Yeah,
he was gonna get caught.
yeah. You're also, I mean, you're sick for doing this in general, but sick for cutting her from like ear to ear
Yeah.
or cutting her throat or whatever. Like, you're disgusting. But, yeah, that's
That
all I have.
that was very
Hopefully,
interesting.
yeah. I know I don't have a lot. Like, you guys know we just do this.
Right.
We weren't obviously there. I don't have all the answers, but I think that this was worth sharing, and shout out
Oh,
to Jennifer. She's
definitely.
very brave. Yeah,
Very. We love to bring cases like this to light.
yeah, yeah.
So
So, Jennifer, you are a brave soul. Hopefully, this
Yes, you
inspires
are.
others to maybe speak out. And shout out to Jennifer.
Shout out
But
to you, girl.
yeah. But I'll close it out for the podcast part before we talk to TikTok viewers. So
Before we close it out, I want to say something, if I can, real quick.
yeah, of
It's about
course.
another case that we did. Jeanette Diploma. I
Yeah,
know
the comment. Yeah.
yeah, I mispronounced it. I'm sorry. But I don't know if you guys remember how it came up that it could have been the torso killer. And I just came across a post, I think it was yesterday or today. He is in Southwood State Prison in Bridgeton, New Jersey. And I did not know that. And there's been a guy who goes and literally interviews him. And I'm like, should we go try to
Right.
interview
Like, can
him?
we join?
Because, like, wow. I just wanted to put that
That's
out there.
crazy.
Guys, I feel like that'd be kind of cool to go interview him.
That's so crazy that he ended up in Bridgeton.
Right.
That's not far from us
At all.
at all. And his crimes were done, I believe, in North Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's still in the state,
In New
but
York.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I like want to message this guy who goes and interviews him to see like can we get in
Yeah.
on this or whatever, like
That's so crazy.
yes. I know you guys probably think we're crazy for wanting to go interview this man, but could you like I don't know, like it would be very interesting and very like cool to do that. Not that he killed people, but like to have the chance to do
Right.
something like that.
Right.
You know how like it sounds weird because you know you get intrigued with like the serial killer thing and stuff like that, but it's like to be able to interview one of them and just like pick apart their brain, like why
Yeah.
do
No,
I
I
sound
think like that's an obvious interest. I mean, I'm sure people who listen to us have an interest in that. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate what they did, but it is very interesting that somebody could do that and like want to like talk to them about that and pick their brain, like you said.
right?
Because how do you get there? Like, how do you get to the point where you just want to start cutting people up?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't
that's really
know.
cool. When you sent me that, I was like, what the heck? How does that? That's so
Right.
weird. That's a drive away.
Right.
Like, that's not far at all.
Mm-mm. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I didn't even know he was that close or that he was even still alive.
Right. And such a random city to be in because I feel like there's bigger jails or prisons.
Right.
So I don't know why he would be down here, but okay.
Right. So I think I am going to be writing a little message to see, like, hey, sir,
That's
can
no,
you?
go for it. Like who I say go for it and see what happens. It can't hurt. The worst he could say is no.
Right. Right, you're right.
I wonder if he's gonna release his interviews.
Right. But, like, that would be so fun to get the chance to do something like that.
Yeah.
I
Can you
feel like,
imagine if we got the chance to interview him about his interviews with him?
right.
Like even that would be crazy.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool.
Right. Okay, I'm done with that. I just wanted to let everybody
No, no,
know.
you're fine.
So,
I think that's cool. Because if people watched our video on Jeanette De Palma, then they would know, like we mentioned that. Like we mentioned him, how he was a possible suspect.
right.
So, yeah, no, that's really cool.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. But thank you everybody for listening and watching wherever, whichever platform that you do. We appreciate you.
We definitely
Um,
do.
and once again, I mean no disrespect. Obviously, Jennifer could tell her story better than I did, but I just thought when I was looking into this that this was pretty cool and I wanted. It's not cool. You know what I mean when I say that. I think it's cool what Jennifer did. She's super brave, and I thought I could share this with our little following, and I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. So, thank you everybody.
Thank you. And
Ashley, you have to say your outro.
you're right, guys. Remember, don't be sad bitches, be bad bitches.
A